hello. If you're new here, my name's Inika Ravenstone, and I'm an elf who loves telling stories. You'll have to excuse the glasses. I was just at the Moonlight Festival where I left my niece, and it's basically just a bunch of elves getting together and complaining about how dark it is. Strangely though, it hurts our eyes. I was moonbathing, can you tell? My skin is extra pale. Now, I promised to tell you a story, and so I shall. This is a story that is not made for younger children, so please, if you're too young or squeamish, leave the room. Now that's said, the story is about a ghost of a pirate who lived long ago in a little town called Rock Quarry. It was awful, which means I love it. My father, the elf, told me this story. When he was a child, he lived in a home outside of the city, and in Rock Quarry there was really no noise at night, and there was no people, so the family had bought a farm. Not bought the farm, whole different thing. So they bought a farm, and every night when they go to bed, they would hear the pitter-pat of footsteps. A step, a peg leg, a step, a peg leg on the stairs. Well, they immediately called him Peg Leg, because why not? But every time you heard him, it meant something bad was going to happen on the farm. Could you imagine? My father, of course, did not believe in any of this. You see, he was young at the time, and ghosts were not his forte. He liked creatures, magic, dogs, cats, a nymph here or there. But one night, that all changed. He was lying in his bed when he was about a 9-year-old elven boy. And as he's laying there, a man creeps into his room. The nerve, I know. This man creeps into his room and stands above him in mid-air. True story. Well, he wasn't just standing there. He held a noose above my father's head and swung it back and forth. My father, being scared, jumped out of the bed, ran down the stairs into his mother and father's room. He refused to sleep in that room ever again. You see, my father's room was just below the attic, where there had been horrible things found. Bones of human beings, birds, underwear. Yes, this ghost liked to steal underwear. It was terrible, which means I love it. So, my father grew just a bit, and by the time he was 15, his grandmother had taken ill. Now, this was awful. It was his mother's mother. And his mother had left him home alone while his father worked the night shift. And the other siblings, they were older. He was the baby. So they were out, doing what elves do, having fun, getting into mischief. Well, while he was home alone, he heard something up the stairs. Not wanting to go, The phone rang. As he answers, his mother says, "My mother has just died." The upstairs windows in the room they had made for his grandmother, which so happened to be the room he saw the man in, busted out from the outside in. My father ran as fast as he could out of the house and screamed. I wish I could say it ended there, but alas, it did not. My father was haunted. He was haunted by Pegleg for most of his life. I don't know what it was to this day, but my father believed he was evil. And my grandmother said that it's a family curse that us elves can see ghosts when others can't. I suppose that's true, given the fact that there were several knocks on the door, screaming Grandmama. But when she went, there was no one there. When my father passed, all the haunting stopped, as if he's protecting this little elf, all on his own. I like to believe that he's still there protecting me from that horrific Pegleg. And that is my elf ghost story. I know it's not long. I know it's not drawn out or traumatic, but important. Now, since it's not that long and it was a piece of my family history, I thought I would tell you a story about what happened in Ireland when I was a wee one. I myself was an adventurer, as I've told you before. So I wandered into the forest to a beautiful, historical, magnificent castle. And what do you think I saw? It was a vampire. Cross my elven heart. It was a vampire. And let me tell you, elf hair, what are you going to do? I even got it cut. Do you like it? Well, where was I? Yes. What I was doing was trying to see if the castle was empty because I wanted a playhouse, and castles seem to be great. Who likes staying in the woods all the time? Not I. I'm afraid of bugs, you see. Shh, don't tell anyone. I went into the castle and there was a vampire woman, so I decided to follow her for a couple days. As I followed her, you will not believe what I saw. These men on horseback came, and as soon as they came, they saw her. It's like she called them in. When they got down off the horses, she killed them. I mean, soaked all the blood from the body. I, for one, was impressed. They were not, to say the least. But I did notice that the men who came on white horseback and never left the horse, the evil vampiress could not touch them. Then I realized she had a weakness, and I preyed upon it. I lowered her back into her castle, and as she was entranced with my little juices of elfisms, I tied her up, and she's still there. True story. So you see, Halloween is coming in your world, but in mine, it's always magical. This time of year, we have our Elven Festival, and our moonlight walks, which I quite enjoy, and candy all over. Little elven children love candy, but if you give them too much, they turn into gremlins, which says a lot. I, for one, will be giving them tons of candy. I love gremlins. They're great little pets. Don't worry, they turn back into children when it wears off. But, alas, that's my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. And I have a friend who I met, and he is going to be telling stories with me next time.
Yep.
I met him in the forest, right, Jack?
Yep, I was on a horse.
Oh, child, don't tell the story till next time. Until next time, my beautiful creatures, blow 'em a kiss.